God damn it.
Get all the nerves out.
Now it feels scripted.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of atowntalk. This is our second take because I forgot to hit record the first time, and we went and talked some deep personal stuff, but we're doing it again. So here we are, episode 11. Today we're accompanied by Booby as always, and then our special guest today is Christanie, aka Cookies by Chris. So Christanie, thank you for being here, and thank you for these awesome cookies that
we'll show again.
We'll show again.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
so exciting.
I swear we're professionals, and this never happens.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it wasn't meant to be. I feel like that it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, but we're here now, and it's good. It's good.
Yeah. So these cookies, man, they're cool because they say Booby on them.
Yeah. Mine says charisma. Something I had mentioned earlier was that you put a lot of detail in a lot of creative, artistic side into your cookies, and I think that's what makes them stand out. And they're awesome. They're very personalized, and I think that is really good to have. It definitely made me feel special. So
thank you. It's really interesting that you say that though, because so in doing this, I've been doing this for almost 5 years, and in doing this, I started in 2019. So it was right before the pandemic. So I had I want to say I had 7-8 months under my belt before the lockdown and everything happened. And I stayed doing it. And the practices that I guess adopted or adapted to during COVID was not seeing anyone. So I would put a storage bin outside my front door of my apartment, because at that time we were in an apartment, and I'd put people's cookies in the storage container, and they would pick them up whenever they were supposed to pick them up. I don't get to see people's expressions. I don't know what it really means to them, or how they feel opening them, and the feedback I get, it's kind of I don't get it so often either. So I'm I don't know what kind of impact it's making, but I know that when I do it, my thing is I make them so that I'm proud of them, and I would want to have them, at my event, or I would feel special to get them as a gift too. You know what I mean? So, I think it really does make have a big impact on people.
Yeah. No, I've looked on your page, and it's Cookies by Chris, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was even showing my wife. I was like, "Oh, look, check it out. There's, she's really good. I like them. I went through so many cookies, and all of them were really good, really detailed. Just, you can tell that you put, your, hard work into it, and you really enjoy what you're doing. And, obviously if you didn't, they would look like shit. But no, they look good, and we haven't tasted them, but we will, and I'm sure they taste just as good as they look.
Hopefully in a little bit.
So what would be the occasions that you do your cookies for? How can I know birthday parties is probably a big one. What else do you do?
You can literally make cookies for anything. So the typical anniversary, baby showers are one of my favorite. Birthday parties, weddings, baptisms, pretty much anything and everything. I had a request one time. It was they, so I'll say they, pronouns. They were getting their penis chopped off, and they were getting a vagina. So they wanted vagina cookies. So that, any occasion.
Should have bought us some of those.
And they looked really realistic.
That's funny.
Wow.
Wow.
So did you have to Google vaginas for references?
Different
or just
types
off the top of your head?
vaginas. I mean, there's all different types of vaginas, so they all look different.
They all, yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
This is what we talk about on this podcast.
But anything, it's interesting because when I first started, I've almost been doing this for 5 years. When I first started, I got more like off the wall, like sexual stuff, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, and stuff like that. I got one request if I could make boobs with flaming nipples.
Oh, nice.
Flaming nipples.
And they were like, "Can you just put some fire on the nipples?"
Wow.
like Cheeto flavored nipples, or
So I guess the backstory was like they took somebody to the strip club and for their birthday, and like they got kind of embarrassed. They were on stage and the girl like had some tassels and lit them on fire.
oh shit.
So I don't know. So that was a request, but
That's extreme. What
Yeah.
strip club was this?
I have no idea.
I'm curious now.
I have no idea.
Where can I hire this woman?
Bring her on the pod.
But,
Yeah, bring her on the pod and just do like her flaming act. You know.
I have the cookies though, so I
Yeah.
can make cookies for you guys.
Wow.
But yeah, any occasion really.
So has that been the weirdest cookie? Other
The
than,
flaming
like, yeah.
nipples. I think so.
So when someone requests something, right? Do you look it up just to see what it looks like, and then you kind of just use that as a reference and you kind of copy that, or is it just like sort of like an imagination thing, or
It's I think a little bit of both. So like I'll tell my customers, like I try to push them towards or influence them to send me like decorations they're using, invitations, stuff like that for me to look at rather than other people's cookie artwork. Like, oh my goodness.
oh, so they send you other artwork that
Sometimes,
they find, right?
sometimes
Like where they find just other,
yeah,
other cookies.
yeah. So they'll, I mean, because there's like so many cookie artists. Like,
Yeah.
in Las Cruces, when I first started, I want to say I knew of like maybe like 4, and now there's like over 10, easy. And yeah, so I mean, then that's just in Las Cruces. So
Do you guys have like a cookie convention? Or
we
something?
do. We
You
have
do?
a cookie group. Like we have an actual community. But so what they'll do, what customers will sometimes do is like look cookies up on Pinterest or whatever, and then they'll be like, "Can you like recreate these?" And I'm just like it irks me so bad.
Yeah.
Because that's like not being able to express myself creatively. You know what I mean? I feel like I feel put in a box when
Right.
that happens, and I just
And not a cookie box.
not one of these cookie boxes. But yeah, I don't like, and like unconsciously I'll realize that like I'll put those to do till the very end because I already have like what they want it to look like and what I kind of have to copy, and I don't like that. Like it's so hard for me. But over the years it's gotten a lot better, and I've been able to like tell them, hey, they're not gonna look like that. They might, but you know,
Right.
I have my own style. Because before I'd be like, okay, I have to make them look like this, and I've had some really, really bad encounters where I can't copy someone's work exactly. And I've had people inside my house yelling at me. I've had a lady like text me and be like, my husband's gonna go over there. And I'm like, okay, like what is your husband gonna do to me? Like what the
Yeah.
heck? But yeah, and I feel like that's kind of like when the expectation is like they're gonna look exactly like this and they don't come out like that, because that's not my work. You know what I mean? So I try to push people towards, show me like a picture of your, you know, cat, then rather than send me like a somebody else's artwork of
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah.
So I had asked you before we were not recording, I had asked you like what made you start Cookies by Chris, and I want to re-ask you again now that we've actually captured it.
I don't remember what I start. So what did I say? I don't even remember. But I started So I was saying that like I feel like it kind of just fell into my lap. I'm not a baker really. I don't cook very well either. But the artistic side was the side that I feel like I wanted to do and keep on doing. Sorry. And
was it just like one day that you made a cookie and then you were like, I'm gonna draw on this cookie
okay.
and then see if I can do that?
So yeah, okay. So I had my daughter January of 2019, and it was March. We were gonna get her baptized, and my mom was like, look on Pinterest and see what kind of a cake you want. Look to see. And so I typed in like baptism cakes, and I like saw these cookies of like, crosses and stuff. And I was like, I think I could make those. Like, those are really cute. Like, I want to do something. So my mom had, so the recipe that I'm using is originally my mom made, like it's her base recipe. I've just made some changes to it, perfected it. So she was like, I'll make the cookies and you can decorate them, and what do you need, and let's do this. So that's how it happened. I made them for her baptism, was the first time. And then I think my mom was kind of impressed, and she was like, hey, those came out cool. Can you do some for your brother's graduation? And I'm like, yeah. So then I did some NMSU cookies for his college graduation. And at that party, one of our family friends was like, hey, my son's girlfriend's graduating. Can you make her some? So like it literally, it didn't stop.
It was just kind of like self-promoted and just became what it is now.
It just like, since then, like I haven't had a week that people don't want cookies. Like it's like snowball effect kind of.
And this is your full-time job now?
This is my full-time thing, yeah. It's been for almost the last 5 years.
Wow.
It's kind of wild. It's really wild, actually.
Yeah. That is crazy. Yeah, that's why I feel like I gravitated towards you, and I'm gravitating towards a lot of creators and entrepreneurs, because in a sense we're doing that with this podcast. We're like, we don't know where it's going. We just started it, like Jen said in the last episode, it's just two bozos starting a podcast. And that's what it was. It was just kind of an idea, and now it's been developing, and we've been meeting people along the way. The episode that we did earlier today, we shot one in the morning with Isai. I feel like it's going to be different than what we've been doing, but I feel like that's the next step into what we're taking this podcast to. And it's cool. Been meeting a lot of people along the way and connecting. And I like that. I like hearing people's stories of how they came to be, because it gives me like hope, and it pumps me up, and it inspires me, because I'm like, shit, like I feel like I can do it now, and it is doable. Like it's very doable. You just have to really put in the work, right? And the effort. And as far as like, promoting, you use a lot of social media.
Wait, and also trust yourself.
Trust myself.
Trust yourself. Like that was so hard for me at the beginning, and I think that we learn it so young not to trust ourselves. Like I see it like having my daughter so young, like go into daycare, and like I think about it and I'm like, everything that they do is kind of like judged. Like, no, don't stand there. No, don't get into that. Like, don't touch that. Like, no, here, eat this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so I think it's so young, like learned to look to somebody else for guidance.
Yeah, for approval, guidance, and all. Yeah,
but it's literally within us. Like, we know the path. We just have to like kind of zone out what everybody else thinks, and listen to that voice inside of us. Because then it does, like you said, it does attract who we need in our life, and who's meant to be in our life. And maybe it's for a long time, and maybe that person is not for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, so it's all,
It's really weird.
It's really weird. It's really weird. Yeah, because I can't even explain this. Like, I literally can't explain this. Like, I'm a single mom. It's wild. Like, we live in a house. We have this garden that is just so fruitful. Like, this, the journey with cookies, I feel like at first I was like, I want it to be big. I want to be known. I want the attention. And then I was like, I don't. Like, none of that is going to fulfill who I actually am, because it's external. And stuff like that can be taken away in an instant. So it literally, like, this journey with cookies brought me back to myself, like who I actually am and what I'm here on this earth to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very,
I know
very grounding.
Yeah. So like now I maybe work like 20 hours a week, I want to say, more or less 20 hours a week. It has the potential to be wild, like big, and a storefront and all the things, but that's not what I feel like is important to me.
Right.
It's like right now my daughter's young and I want to spend time with her because it goes by so fast. So I told you in text that if I'm rambling, please let me know.
No, it's fine.
It's deep.
I'm
I'm like self-reflecting as you talk, and I'm like, shit. Fuck all the subscribers.
No, but you know what? And I've kind of felt the same way about this podcast. You know, when we started this podcast, you know, at first I was kind of like, oh yeah, let's try to get, you know, big. But then I just was like, you know what? Honestly, it doesn't matter to me. Like, if we get, you know, if this thing grows bigger or if it just stays the same, like, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that, you know, it's just somewhere where I can come and talk.
Yeah.
You know, kind of express myself and kind of, you know, and bring other people on and hear their story, and, you know, just kind of gives people a platform to, you know, just talk, you know, and sometimes that's what we need, right? We need to talk, and we need to kind of just have somewhere to express ourselves. And that's what, for me, honestly, at this point right now with this podcast, I'm like, hey, if it grows, you know, awesome. If it doesn't, like, that's awesome too. I'm still enjoying everything we're doing, and especially with people that we know and friends, and, you know, just it's brought a lot of positivity. And we talked about it a little bit on the other podcast we did. It's just it's bringing a bunch of positivity to us, and we're just trying to, you know, just take it all in, because it's happening so fast.
Yeah.
And just enjoying it, and just enjoying the moment every single time I come on here and, you know, talk to people, just enjoying what we're doing right now. So
it gives people a voice too.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a big thing too. To give people a voice. And for you, like, I was talking to him earlier. I'm like, I remember this kid in the hallways of Anthony High School, like, wandering. What class are you in? Like, what are you doing? And to now see, like, this man, this husband, this father, and I'm like,
don't do this to him.
And
it's just gonna grow his ego.
fuck you, dude.
He's like, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I see you giving advice, and like, I'm
You're
like,
still a piece of
yes.
shit, Louis.
I'm like, yes, look it.
No, and I get what she means, dude, because if you go back to, like she says, when I was in high school, yes, I was fucking wandering the hallways, like not going to class, like just doing dumb shit. And I think eventually I got to a point in my life where I was like, that's not gonna work, dude. Like, something needs to change, right? Like, I need to fucking start getting this shit going. Like, I can't be that person, you know. And I'm not saying that I'm like very different from, I feel like the way I am is just it's still the same. But I did change a few things, you know. Well, a lot of things. And I think the biggest thing for that was my kids. Like, you talked about your daughter, right? And it's, for me, was my kids, you know, having someone they can look at and be proud of, having someone they can look at and be like, hey, that's my dad, you know. He always set the example. He always did what was right. And that's the biggest thing for me is, making sure that I'm that good example to them, right? Because I wouldn't say that I didn't have good example of parents. They did what they could. They were very young. They weren't bad examples. They just, like I said, they were young and they had their own problems and they didn't grow up perfect, right? They had, they grew up in broken homes as well. But, it's not that I couldn't look up to my parents, right? Because, I do to a certain extent, but I just wanted to be that. I wanted to be more for my kids, right? Like, my dad is the example of what, you should be, right? Like, and it's hard. Sometimes I feel like I put too much pressure on myself. I'm like, fuck.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I listened to the podcast you put out yesterday. You didn't hit your son. I was like, yes. Yes. Look at that's like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if you weren't modeled that. You know what I mean? Like to talk to them. I think honestly, like every behavior is like almost like a bid for connection. Like and that's anybody. That's like our adult, people. That's like my mother. That's, everybody. Like every behavior is like trying to tell us something.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like when we take the time to talk to them and like get to know what it is they are feeling or what it is they're trying to express.
Right.
Because a lot of times, like my daughter, like she doesn't have the language to express it, but there's something going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And
How
like
old is your daughter? Sorry.
giving them that language too. 5. She just turned 5.
Okay.
So giving them that language too, like they are so in tune with who they are that I feel like for me, I almost like look to her like, how does this feel? Like, okay, like, like they're a real good judge of character. They're a real good, they're like, I don't want to compare kids to animals, but they're like,
they're fucking animals.
No, they do have like that.
They
like,
have that instinct that they can
yeah.
trust. So if you like I'll always ask my daughter, like, how does your body feel? Like, what are you feeling? Like, what do you think about that? Like, how does your body feel? Like, just putting her focus back to herself to trust herself. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, for sure. And you know what? What I have to do too sometimes is kind of put myself in, I have to go back to when I was a kid and kind of think about like, how did I feel? So when I was, doing the things that I was doing in school, why was I doing them, right? There was a bigger issue going on. And my parents never thought to ask. It was more just like, you better stop doing that now. And
we don't
boom,
care.
boom, So I'd be like, why don't they just ask? If they just ask, I'll be able to tell them, right, what's going on. And I kind of wanted that for a long time. So I go back and I think about that. I'm like, okay, maybe he has something that he wants to tell me, right? Something's bothering him, something's going on. And I wouldn't give myself like all the credit either, because if it wasn't for my wife, she's really like, she's more in touch with her emotions. I don't know if because, well, she grew up a lot different than I did. So she's able to kind of like, hey, think about this and this, and like, and that kind of helps me too. Like, okay, maybe you're right. Let me try to,
and that's women.
that.
Like that's the balance. I feel like that's the balance of like the feminine and the masculine. Like we're meant to like balance each other. And that's really cool. That's really neat.
Wow.
Wow, you're like reflecting
I feel like a proud
on it.
father seeing my son grow up right in front of my eyes. I'll talk about my son Booby as well.
Is he a mirror? Like, do you feel like he's a mirror to you in some way? Like,
we are very yin and yang, and I think in a lot of sense. There's a lot of things that we do have in common, and I think that's why we click very well. But yeah, there's a balance. I think there's a good balance, and I think that's why this works with us.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's things that we do have in common, but we're very different in our own ways. And yeah, it does work. You know, we kind of bring different perspectives into this, and to pretty much anything that, you know, we ever, since we've been friends, we've kind of been able to, you know, just, yeah, I feel like I've always been able to like just gravitate towards him, because I feel like he's kind of like that side of me that I, you know, that I didn't have, you know. You know, I see the way he is, and I'm like, you know, I wish I was, you know, I don't say I wish I was like that, but you know, I'm not like that.
You
right?
want to be like
and I'm like, you know, he's kind of like that. He's my soulmate, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's get married.
No, it makes sense. Like, it's not an accident. Like, none of it is an accident. Like,
did we just come out in public?
Oh shit.
Is this the moment?
Is
for
this
you
the
guys?
moment? Holy fuck. Hey, Christanie, switch seats real quick.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's not an accident. I feel like we have the people in our life that are meant to be in our lives and feel something for us, you know.
And the crazy thing is, like, when I asked him to jump on the podcast, like, I didn't think much of it. I just thought of like, oh, like, it would be funny because I know we're funny together. But like, thinking back on it, it's like it's crazy, and I don't know if we would be as successful if it was with anybody else. And I texted him this a while ago. Once I realized that we had something good going, I'm like, dude, like, I'm glad that he's on board, and like that it's you and it's not somebody else, because yeah, it just, it wouldn't be the same. So thank you, Booby. Let's fuck.
Fuck. So we're gonna take a quick.
We're gonna take the camera to the bedroom now.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
You definitely have a good dynamic going on here.
Yeah, and it was fun today when we did the shoot in the morning with Jermaine on there too, because he's another kind of dynamic that adds to us when we're on there.
So he's like a fucking.
He's like the wild card.
He's like a wild, yeah. And I think for us, we kind of like ground him, you know, like, because he's a little wild. I would say I'm wild, but I'm not careless. You know,
he's reckless.
He's reckless about stuff.
That's me. That's okay.
So no, but so question. So you make all these cookies at home? Mm-hmm. So are you like, is your kitchen like constantly just busy? Or?
It is. It's constantly like, I don't want to say a mess, but like, there's always dishes. I'm always doing the dishes. Like, I feel like I do dishes like 3 times a day. Like, it's just.
You don't use a dishwasher?
It's kind of nonstop. I don't have a dishwasher. No? Yeah, no, I don't have a dishwasher. Yeah, the kitchen is constantly in use. But like, okay, so it's my daughter and I. So I feel like I have more room to kind of, like, I have my cookie, like, workroom is where, like, traditionally your dining room would be. Mm-hmm. And I had at the beginning of last year, I had started doing classes. And I didn't want to, like, pay for a space somewhere. And I'm like, this living room is huge. Like, let me just move all the couches out and we're going to do classes in the living room.
So we're doing here.
So yeah. So, I mean, use what you have. And, so it's like the kitchen, and then it kind of just flows into the dining room with like my, baking rack, you know, where all the sheets go. I have my desk. I have our table where we can eat, you know, dinner and stuff. We don't usually eat in there. And then the living room is just like, right now it's just like a big open space. But if I do have a class that's coming in or having something set up, like I, you know, set up the table and the chairs and stuff. And our living room is like in the back. We have like a sunroom, and that's like our living room. But yeah, it's cool.
So these classes, you mentioned you teach classes as well, and do you do like what are the requirements? Like, can we go do a class?
You can go do a class, yeah. I can also bring a class to you. That works too. But okay, so like at the end of 2022, I lost access to my original Cookies by Chris page. And I got really freaked out and I got kind of scared. And I was just like, because I was telling you, like 95% of my business is through social media.
Yeah.
Like there's, customers that already know my business phone number. So they'll, get to me from like text messages and stuff. But when I lost it, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the only, like, this is how I make money. Like this is my job. Like I have to work, like, and I lost access, like completely lost access to it. And, at that point I was like, I can't just be dependent on this one source, like I need to, like, because at that point, like I had still just been at my house, like I hadn't been, like I spent a lot of time alone. Yeah. So like I hadn't been out. I don't see customers when they come pick up or anything like that. So at that point in time, I was like, I need to get out. Like I need to establish my presence somewhere. So I started going to like markets. I did that towards the end of the year in 2022, went to some markets and sold there. And then come January, I was like, you know what? I want to start doing classes. And this is like, goes back to like the thing, like don't listen to like what people are telling you, like if you know that it's the right thing for you to do. So my mom was like, don't do classes because people are going to learn and then they're going to do cookies and they're not going to go to you. And I'm like, the time and the effort that goes into making them, like people are going to get
not
bored.
Yeah,
they're not. It's a lot of time. And so I'm like, I'm going to do them. Like I'm going to do classes. So that's when I started clearing the space and did I think I started off with I started off like on Valentine's Day of last year, 2 classes, and they like completely sold out the first like couple days that I posted them. And then I actually added a 3rd class and it was full too. And that was really crazy. That was really crazy for me. That was crazy. It's so weird. Like, are you guys old enough for the show That's So Raven?
Yes.
I know of it. I never really watched it, but
I would watch it. Yeah.
So like, I feel like that was like a That's So Raven moment for me. Like when it like zooms into her eye and it's like,
yeah.
So like with that, I remember before it happened, before anything, before planning everything, like I had a vision. This is so weird. But I had seen my living room, because I mean, it was the living room, like just like full of people. Like just like full of people, like the sun was like shining, because we have this huge window like this in the living room. And I'm like I just remember like seeing all these people. And so then I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do classes. And like one of my friends too was like, I don't think the space is big enough. And I'm like, it's going to be cool. He's like, you have a big mess in your house. And I'm like, no, like it's going to be good.
It's just so negative.
And and my mom was like, no, like people are going to steal your like, they're going to know how to do it and stuff. And I'm like, it's going to be okay. Like I see something, but I didn't say that. But I was just like, no, it's going to be cool. And it's so interesting because during that time I was like working out and going to the gym and stuff, which I haven't done in a long time, but it's
okay. No judgment. Judgment free zone here. We're like Planet Fitness.
So I was at Planet Fitness actually, and I would start on the treadmill and I was like and I would walk. So I was walking on the treadmill. I was like getting the post ready for like advertising of this class. So I'm like writing it out. I'm like, okay, I'm going to post it. And like what has happened for me with like sales and anything that I'm like doing, mainly sales, like when I post it, it starts blowing up. Because people already know that once I'm at max, I can't take anymore.
Yeah.
And so people like kind of jump on stuff like that. So like I had been like, building the anticipation class. I'm going to be posting a class soon, like class and stuff. So then I posted it and I'm like, okay, I'm putting it away. I'm going to work out. Like I started doing my, little routine and stuff. And I put my phone away. And I was like, okay, like I'm prepared that it's going to be, what I saw. And it's funny because after my workout, like I sit there in like the stretching area where, you know, the mats and stuff, and I open Instagram and I'm like, nobody. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I saw this. And like, I feel like if it didn't happen right away, like,
Yeah.
and I was like, how else would I, like, I don't know, how else would I advertise this? And I'm like, I was like shocked. I was like, oh shit, like, what am I gonna do? Like, and then at that time I had my Instagram linked to my Facebook, the business page of Facebook. I don't have that anymore, by the way, but I had it linked. So I had closed Instagram. I was like, oh my God, like this is weird. And I was just like stretching, and I was like, let me check Facebook, the Facebook page. And so I pull it up, and I'm like, oh my God, like it was on Facebook. People and people were like reserving, like, let me have 3 seats, let me have 4 seats. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is where it was from. And it was just so weird. It was just so, and then I was like, okay, like I gotta open up another class. So I opened up another class, and that one got full too.
And I was gonna ask too, because I knew that whole, like, when you said that you started doing classes, I knew someone would have said, well, why do you want to teach them what you're doing? Like,
Yeah.
but I think, like me, if I was to have signed up for a class like that, I'd be like, it's kind of just like more for fun,
For
right?
fun.
To
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
do the artsy stuff and just kind of
Mhm.
learn to do something new, right? You just want to try
Yeah.
something new and just try it out. I don't think if I was to, go and do this class, I'd be like, I'm about to be a fucking cookie guy, dude. Like,
Booby baker.
I'm gonna have all the cookies. Like, I don't think so.
No, and there
But-
were a lot of people, like it was Valentine's Day, so like girls were bringing their boyfriends and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was really cool. It was really, really nice.
Booby, take me next year.
We should do a class. We
Well,
really
now,
should.
yeah,
would be cool.
we can do like if you want to do this whole podcast, like doing stuff, like we could do classes. Now I do, like now I'm like, you know how like they would hire clowns and stuff. Like now I'm like I go to parties and do cookie decorating too, and like based off of the theme. So I think last month I did Barbie theme. It was a Barbie class, and there's just so much fun.
So like
It's
with
so fun.
kids, like you did, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's
cool.
something fun for
Yeah.
families to go do, or if you're doing a party, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Something to kind of do that.
That would be cool for us to do a video
Of us making cookies.
making cookies.
I don't know, because then I feel like if I used to do that, then I'm gonna take your job.
You're gonna get all
Everybody's gonna want to hire me, dude.
competitive about it. Just do a bunch of dick-shaped cookies.
That would be my master, all the dicks.
I was gonna tell you because we talked a little bit while we were waiting for Booby to get here about the whole manifesting thing, and like you said, you saw that, you saw the room. I've had those moments with this podcast where like I envision things and I want things to be a certain way, and somehow they end up coming true. And like, what's your take on that? Like, I don't know, people call it manifesting, maybe, it's God or whatever it is. I lean more towards the religious side.
Mhm.
And I do believe that, that God does have a purpose for everything, and everything is, happens for a reason, But what's your take on that? Like, how do you? Because it's weird. You're saying that, and like I've been there. Like I felt that. Like I've seen things.
Mm-hmm. So my take on it. So I think it's okay. So like we're a creation. Like we're made in the image of God. Like if we're gonna go that route towards like religion.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a piece of that inside of us, right? So that I feel like is what guides us, and that like inside of us will tell us and will show us,
Mm-hmm.
like this is what it needs to be, even if it's like out there, like where you're like, how the heck how would I do that? You know what I mean? Like I feel like if you believe in that and believe, like it's almost like surrender to that. And like, so for me, I will say like, lead me every day, like whether you believe in like God as the different religions, or if you put your trust in the universe or source or whatever, I'll just, like, for me, I'll say, like, take me where I need to go, like, take me, show me what I need to learn, like, you know what I mean? Because it's inside of us, and it's like a compass, but we need to tune into it and
to actually like see it and like guide it, like follow it.
yeah.
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 Shit, I'm sorry, cough. But fuck, dude. No, I think a part of it is that too, right? Like, you guys, I think that is a big part of it. But I think another big part of it is putting the work in, because there's a lot of people who they're waiting. They see these things, right? They're like, I want to do this, but they don't act on it, and they don't put the work in, right? Like, you're putting the work in. You're doing your social media, you're doing the classes, you're doing all the cookies, like you're going out to parties and doing things like that. Yeah. Like, you're putting in the work.
It's the energy. It's the energy that you do put into it. Yeah.
You have to put in that energy. You can't expect things to just kind of fall in your lap and be like, oh, it's gonna happen. Like, no, you have to.
Yeah, that's like, and big. Yeah.
It's the same thing with this podcast. Like, Johnny does, he probably does, he does have that vision, right, of, what's going on, but he's also putting in that work. Like, he's coming home from work, he's doing all the editing, he's like thinking about people who he's going to bring on next, and, he's putting in the work. So having, putting in that energy also, makes these things happen. It's not just something that just happens because you want it to happen. Like, no, you have to put in the work, and you have to, make happen whatever it is that you want to happen. Like, it's not gonna,
because that's like the law of attraction. So what you're putting out, you're attracting back in, right? So I was telling him about, like, the Instagram. So I knew what that was like growing. It was 1,000 followers a year. That was like, for 3 years, that was what it was. And when I lost it, I was like, I need to work harder. And when I did, like, it all like came back. But it was, I mean, that was hard, but it, like, I feel like that's like the energy level of where things come to you when you put out that certain energy. Like, it's on a different level that we can't see, but it's all of our thoughts. It's all of our, like, physical, like, energy that we're putting into whatever it is, but it comes back to us. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. And you work so hard, and you're doing so good.
Yeah, it is a lot of work into this, and I like, for me, when I was telling you, is that that insecurity, right? And we talked a little bit in the last episode. I struggle with the insecurity of, like, is it good enough? Are people liking it? And hearing you say that about, like, who cares what people think, do it for you mentality, like, that is rewarding to me, and that's something that I'm gonna take from this, because like, at the end of the day, I do this because I love this. I'm not making any money off of this shit. I'm doing this because it's something that I love, and it's become a passion. And if I do end up making money, then cool. If I find a way to monetize it, that'll be great. But I don't want to do that. Like, that's not my driving factor. I'm doing it because it's fun. Like, today, what we did in the morning was really fun. And that, that putting out that energy, I had that moment, and it was one of those moments where then I realized, where, like, I got to go all in on this, because when I first started getting into this, I didn't have a camera yet. I had told my family that I want to start doing stuff like this, and we took a trip to Ruidoso. And while we're on the trip, I just started recording with my phone, and I did a little video with just my phone, and I have that video, and I've only shown it to my family. And that was when I'm like, okay, I can do this, because that was like my little test run. And I started thinking, like, okay, now I need to get a camera. And it was weird. And then out of nowhere, my brother-in-law, Michael, shout out Mike, one day he's all like, hey, I got a camera for you. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, like, I bought this. It's a Canon Rebel 4. He's like, I bought it like a couple years ago and I never used it. He's like, you can have it. And I was like, oh shit. Like that was that moment where like that the universe was kind of giving back. And that moment really, I haven't shared this story with anybody. Like it touched me. Like I started crying in my room because that was kind of like the sign from God or the universe, whatever it is, like that it's like, okay, like
keep going.
Yeah, this is the green light. Like, you got this.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, all right, I gotta be like balls in. So, thanks to Mike. I told him he'll be my manager one day if we ever make it big. And it's cool because he ended up like trademarking Johnny Charisma. So that name is trademarked.
Oh
shit!
I own that shit now, dude.
That's cool. And don't play into that energy though too of insecurity. Yeah. Like I feel like it's really good to like know where it comes from, like where it was established, because basically like our feelings that we have and the reactions that we have, like they're just a past experience being played out in the future. Like we don't have to bring that with us, but you can go back. So I've done this like with every reaction and behavior that I do. Like I've literally had to go back in my life and been like, if I feel like frustrated with my daughter, for instance, like I'll feel that like, oh, I feel frustrated. Like, who do I think I am? Like, who am I being right now? Oh, I'm being that, like 5-year-old girl that I was when people didn't want to listen to me or didn't let me or didn't understand me or didn't ask questions and talk to me about how I was feeling. So the emotions, they stay inside of us until we like understand them and are able to express them or feel them. I think that's what it mostly is, like feel them. So when you do feel those instances of like insecurity, like ask yourself like, who do I think I am right now? Like, I don't know what went on in your past or what made you feel insecure, but you know what I mean? Like revisit that and like feel it and like almost like comfort yourself through that or show yourself compassion. You know what I mean? Like that's not me, that's not who I am. Like I was made to feel this way in that situation, but like I'm safe now and this is not that happening again. You know what I mean? Like I trust myself now and I can make those moves that I need to make, Yeah. Yeah, I've had a lot of shit that I've had to go back on and be like, yeah, this is different and I can trust myself and yeah.
No, for sure. I mean, I think we're all growing in some way, shape, or form. We're all still trying to figure out who we are. I'm 31 and I feel like just now I'm understanding who I am, what I want, and what it takes to get there, right?
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit on the last one, or in this last one we just recorded with the guys, but I was telling them like this year, the way I started off this year was, you know what? What's been going on, right? Like what's been going on in my life and why has that been going on and what have I been doing? Like what is it that's going on with me? And it's just been kind of like a self-reflection and it's like, okay, well, this is what's going on, this is what's happened. How am I going to fix that? Well, this is the little steps you got to do. And it's just been like this whole year has been more about like, being positive. Just, being positive about everything around me, being, keeping positive people around me. And figuring myself out. I was, I said it on this last time, but tomorrow I have an appointment with a counselor. Like I'm going to go talk to someone, right? Because I know that I need it. I know that there's things that I can't deal with on my own and I need someone to help me with that. And that's just me figuring myself out. And like I said, I'm 31 and I'm just now feel like I'm starting to like really, it's crazy, dude.
That's really
but it feels like I'm starting to understand myself more, and I feel like it's gotten better. Every year I'm, learning more and more about myself. But this year, for some reason, it was just like
it did
just
hit you.
it was different. Yeah.
You're
that's
welcome,
really
dude.
awesome. That's really awesome. Do you go to a therapist too?
No,
No. Okay.
no,
11 years. I've been literally in therapy for 11 years. So I went to school to be a therapist. So my master's degree is in marriage and family therapy, specialized in teaching research and administration. So, but that was during that time, I decided not to pursue that. At that time, I was like 23 years old, and I was like, I like haven't even experienced life, and I'm gonna be a therapist. Like,
Giving
how?
people advice.
I was gonna say
yeah.
you're
Me
giving
too,
us
dude.
therapy in this
Yeah.
episode.
Now I've
Cookies and
learned.
therapy.
Like now
Yeah.
I've actually learned, but I think that like it's crazy because we have like coaches throughout our life or teachers throughout our life, like teaching us different things, and it's like, how come like we don't have a coach or someone like there for us through life itself? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's really paid off for me. I feel like being a single mom, I'm like, I need to talk about this stuff. Like this is wild. But I want to say, like, if it feels weird at first, like don't stop.
Yeah.
And if you don't click with the therapist, there are so many other ones too. So that was a big thing for me. I was like, I'm gonna try a male therapist, and it didn't work out for me. And I think that it was like, I don't know, making me feel not good. And then I was like, okay, I need to find somebody else. So like, don't be scared to
go somewhere.
go somewhere, and don't like shut it off. Like, oh, I tried and it just wasn't working for me. I've heard people say that too, and it's like, no, like maybe that wasn't the right one, but trust yourself again, and like you'll be led to where you are meant to be with that.
I'll pay you to be my therapist. you know what? And I was gonna ask. I was like, dude, I was like, I guarantee you she probably does this shit because, like, as we've been talking, I just feel like we get like that, like that therapist type.
I almost cried like twice already on this episode.
You can cry. It's okay. Crying too. I'm so for crying. It's an emotional release. Like, have you ever cried and like felt good afterwards?
Yeah.
Like, it's literally an emotional release. Look, let me tell you this, what I really believe, okay? The more we suppress our emotions, they need to come out somewhere. And it's said that like different parts of your body hold different emotions. Okay. So something that I've been dealing with lately is my gallbladder. I thought that I was a pretty healthy person. I thought that, I had shit, going right on track. I'm able to express joy, sadness, like, but one thing that I think I was conditioned as a child was not to be angry. And maybe it's women, maybe that's like kind of a pattern or a norm with women, like don't be angry, like don't be mad, like, and you've heard it, right? Like they tell kids all the time, don't cry, and it's like, no, like let them cry, like it's okay to feel our feelings. So for me, where you hold anger and like just resentment, mad, is in your primarily gallbladder and liver. So my gallbladder is like giving me problems now. And I think that was like kind of a wake up call to me, like, hey, how do you handle your anger? Like, do you let it out? And I was like talking to my therapist, and I'm like, what is like a healthy expression of anger?
Sorry.
He got triggered.
Yeah. I was like, oh, shit.
I'm on call. No.
Take off running. I'm just kidding.
It's so interesting though, because my daughter like will do the like feel all your feelings, and she has some anger, and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I'll like just healthy anger, like let's express ourselves in a healthy way, like, you can't hit when you're angry, you can't throw things when you're angry, let's like have a healthy expression of your anger. And like I think even just sitting, what's worked for us is just sitting in that feeling and noticing like where it is in your body and allowing yourself to feel it. When I get angry, I've noticed it's in my mouth and in my hands. It's so weird, but like notice yourself like when you get angry next time, like you and that I feel like that is kind of like where anger gets released though. And I feel like most times in an unhealthy way to yell. And so with my daughter, she loves dinosaurs. So like if I'm angry, I'll be like, rah, like, and she's like, and I'm like, I'm feeling a little angry, but like that's how I'm expressing it right now. But yeah, feel your feelings. It's a really, because they're in your body and they stay in your body and they'll try to come out in other ways, in illnesses, in disease, because when you're suppressing your emotions, you're also suppressing your immune system.
Yeah.
So then that can't fight either for you. You know what I mean? So then autoimmune kicks in, diseases kick in. Like, it's just the mind and the body are not separate.
It's all, it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
I've been feeling my stress a lot in my neck. And I realize like when I'm really stressed out or I'm tired, like I feel it in my neck and it starts getting really stiff and it's like, I need to like do something about the stress. And usually I just sleep it out or something.
And that's good for your body too. Rest is good. Like your body will tell you what it needs.
But I'm a think tank. I'm like always, my mind's always going. And even, especially like with this podcast thing, like now more than ever, I think it's always going. I need to figure out a way to kind of shut my brain off because there's nights where like I'll be in bed and then I get an idea. I'm like, oh, like we can do this or that, and then I get on my phone and I start looking at things, and or like if we're gonna shoot a podcast, like last night I got home from work and had to kind of get everything ready, and then I was in bed and I'm like, okay, did I charge the batteries, or do I got this? I'm just kind of going through, and I woke up before my alarm even went off today too, and kind of like I overthink a lot. And that's something that I'm trying to work on myself, just trying to relax a little more. Yeah. I was telling Booby that finished the editing. We had I had no videos to edit. And I was like, what do I do? He's all like, just relax.
And I did tell him that. I was like, dude, I'm like, enjoy your time like off. Like, because you're going to burn yourself out. Like, I understand you like doing it. And, I'm like, but take it as like a couple of days off, like, hey, relax and just enjoy it, because you're going to get busy again. And so I was kind of trying to tell him, like, dude, you need to chill. Like,
I get in the zone. I get excited. This really excites me. And when we start hearing the feedback, and that's why I tell you guys, leave comments. I literally read every single comment that people post, and it excites me, like all the feedback. Michael Olivas, he messaged me some feedback the other day on some of like the shots and stuff like that, and I was like, dude, like, thanks. Like, I literally, that's the stuff that I want. Like, I'll sit by my phone waiting. When I post a clip or something, I just kind of sit there and see like what people say, and then nobody will like comment or anything. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go do something else now.
As long as you feel like it's good and you like it and you're proud of it, like
no,
it's all good.
I'm pretty proud of what we do.
If you don't know what to do though, like, always invest in yourself.
Yeah,
I know that you had talked about like potentially having kids one day. Like, take care of yourself so that you.
There's like 10 steps before me having kids.
but you gotta be good. Like, take care of yourself so that you.
He froze some semen in his freezer.
Still there.
I heard about that.
It's still there. We're waiting.
It's the one that says do not drink.
Yeah, you do need.
It's in a red cup.
That's funny.
But you wanted to play a game. You brought some stuff to play a game. And we're gonna go live on Instagram to see if people interact with us. So we can jump and do that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this.
So the name of the game is Guess That Cookie Cutter. So for my followers that have been with me and have seen different stories that I've shared the massive collection of cookie cutters that I have. So I have like over 600 or something. So I try to pick out the ones that were kind of harder to guess to bring here for them to guess. But we're going to start super, super simple. So I'll give you one to make sure, you kind of know what's going on. What might this shape be?
This? This is the simplest one you have. It's a star.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
So if they are having some problems, we are live with some of the Cookies by Chris and atowntalk followers that might be able to help them. So here's another one that Johnny wasn't too sure about earlier. We'll see if Raul
What does that look like, dude?
They're cherries.
Oh.
You didn't know what this was?
It looked like a pair of balls.
They're cherries, dude. Is that what they are?
Yeah, they're cherries. Okay, I thought it was a pretty simple one. He's all, I have no idea.
I have no idea. No.
Okay.
I'm also dyslexic, so
What?
full disclosure.
So here's the first one. And it's kind of simple, but we'll see what your guess is, and then I'll pass it over to him and he can take a guess.
Is this backwards?
Well, that's what you have to try to figure out.
Okay, I think I know what it is, and I'll hold my thought and I'll pass it to Booby.
Let's see.
Okay, I'll show it to the camera. Well, I don't know if you can even see. Ooh. Can you see what it might be? Okay.
Fuck. Okay. So, you want to go first, or do you? Yeah. What do you think it is?
So this round, who goes first, and then the next one we'll take.
Go ahead.
It's a duck.
Did you say a duck?
This is not a duck.
It's a duck, and it's got the little hair like a duck.
No, it's not a duck, brother.
What the fuck?
What do you
mean?
think it is?
It's like Daffy Duck.
No, this is definitely not a duck.
Pull up a picture of Daffy Duck. It's fucking Daffy Duck right there.
What is your guess?
That's not a duck. So what I think it is, I think it's like a skeleton head, but like a Dia de los Muertos type head.
With a little copete.
Yeah.
With little mango chupado.
Am I wrong?
You're wrong too. Yeah.
What is it, chat?
So maybe we can ask the audience.
Yeah, what is it?
What do you think? Oh yeah, you can see what it was.
Oh, ice cream. Damn.
No.
Yeah. Is it ice cream?
No, it's not.
It's not ice cream? What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is.
I didn't think this one was gonna be
Is it a
that
baby?
hard.
Is it a baby head?
No, it's not.
Is it backwards? Are we
No,
holding it
they're
backwards?
holding it the right way now. But so like I guess what I've done more so now
Cupcake?
is I'll make different things with the different shapes. So
Cupcake?
So you're giving me some good ideas of how to change these shapes around and make them different.
Are we close?
They're saying baby with the bow. They're saying cupcake.
No.
Ice cream cone. No?
Where are the cookie cutter people? Like this isn't easy.
This shit's hard. I told you, these cherries were balls and that's Daffy Duck.
This is someone's head, dude. This is a head, right?
Okay, no, it's not
It's not a head.
Okay, you want me to show you what
Yeah.
it is?
Yes,
Okay,
please,
I can put
please.
it here too. Okay, don't look at all this stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Show them this.
So that one is a cactus.
Oh.
A cactus, a barrel cactus, and I made it a little gold pot, so you can show it. I don't know how you.
I was actually gonna say that, but I didn't want people to think like, no. I kind of wanted to give you guys a chance.
So there's a cactus. So I for this game I thought like if you guessed it right you can
That's
have the
pretty cool.
cookie. So I guess that one's just gonna be up for grabs.
Up for grabs? All right. Winner takes all at the end.
I don't think we're gonna get any of them.
Okay, well that one I thought was a little easy. Okay, let's do.
Damn, that shit was hard. Chat,
Oh,
you
no.
guys gotta step it up, chat. This is...
Okay, we'll do this one.
What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Wait. What the fuck? Okay, I think I have an idea. If it's right. Okay. Booby.
Let me see. Yeah. Look, I'll put it up to the camera.
Does anyone in the live want to help? Because I don't know.
All right.
I think I know what it is.
I think it's an overweight bird.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking bird.
Like an angry bird, like a fat bird.
That or a fish.
Or a fish.
A dolphin?
Like a fat dolphin.
It looks like a dolphin.
A fat dolphin.
It's not. Are there any ideas?
It could be a Kirby.
A Kirby.
Look.
They're saying dolphin. They're saying fish.
Wait, am I holding it the right way?
No.
Oh.
There.
This?
A little bit there.
It's a ghost.
Oh, it's a Snapchat ghost. No?
Fuck.
It's a helmet?
So let me put it to the camera.
Phone a friend.
What the fuck is this?
This is the way it's supposed to be.
Put your hand behind it. Can they see like?
Yeah, they can see.
Oh yeah.
It's a little Snapchat ghost with one of those like old spiky pointy helmets.
You know what this is?
Yes, he knows.
This is
He doesn't know.
a fish with a horn.
How do you
Baby shark?
It is.
Baby shark?
Oh yeah, it is. Baby. I thought you got it.
No, somebody on the chat put baby
It's
shark.
a baby shark.
Do.
Oh.
Baby shark.
Fuck yeah.
This counts as my cookie though.
See, baby shark.
You didn't get it right.
Yeah. I did.
I thought because you have kids, you know.
No, we're over 2.
We are. All right.
You know what? It's like a Nickelodeon show now, and it's kind of like a little bit more mature. I feel
Really?
like that show. Okay.
Baby shark's going through puberty.
Yeah, kind of.
You gotta get the talk of the birds and the bees now.
Okay, we're gonna do this one. So some of these cookie cutter companies, they'll put what the name of it is or what it is. So it has the name of what it is on here. So you can't look at
It's okay. I can't read.
You
Okay.
can't cheat.
Where is it? On the bottom right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's easy. That's easy. I already know what it is.
You know what this is?
Yeah.
It's a cloud?
Yeah.
No.
No? Let me see. How is this not a cloud?
It could be a cloud, I
Or
guess.
is it a turd?
No. No.
It's a turd. Or you know what this looks like? Those weird fish that are ugly and they have like their face squished. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
What is this, chat?
What is?
It's it's not backwards?
No.
What the fuck?
What are people saying?
They're saying poop.
Squirrel
a
catcher?
UFO?
What? Squirrel catcher trap. Star with a planet. UFO.
I have
No.
no idea what that is.
Let me
Okay,
see,
I
dude.
guess this is gonna
What
go
the
to
fuck?
the community pool
Is
there.
this like a Rorschach test where like our deepest thoughts
Are coming out.
are coming out?
Okay, it's something you eat.
Mashed potato?
It kind of goes with mashed potatoes, I guess.
Yeah.
Broccoli.
Peas?
Okay, and no more people guessing over there.
No.
Okay, it is a
They work.
croissant.
Oh, somebody just said croissant.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Laura A. She guessed baby shark and
Yeah.
croissant.
Shout out Lauda.
That's not fair. She has them at her house.
Yeah.
Oh,
Croissant.
let's see.
Oh, you know why? It's because you were holding it straight, and if you hold it sideways, then croissant.
A croissant. If you do it like this,
Croissant.
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 Oh, see how it says it on the bottom?
Yeah.
Croissant.
I wouldn't have read that.
I couldn't.
anyways.
I don't even know how to spell croissant. So. All right.
Okay.
Oh, and 0 for 3, dude.
God,
Let's see. Maybe this one is a little bit more.
this is hard, chat.
So this is. I mean, do you know what it looks like? 'Cause
Oh,
then
this
I
is-
can give you a hint.
This is Pac-Man, the little ghost.
No, it
No?
could be,
What?
but it's not.
Is it straight?
No.
Oh, it's Doug. Oh, it's my head. Look, it fits my head shape. It's me.
Okay, so it's a guy's head, but it's someone. Can you name like I guess like a
It's a character.
celebrity?
Oh,
A celebrity. What the fuck?
Ryan Gosling.
Something that's kind of like popular right now. I don't know. I got a lot of requests for those.
Oh, Bad Bunny. Is it Bad Bunny?
Oh yeah, you got it.
This is Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, this is so cool.
With the heart glasses.
Oh, my niece would love this. It did look like Bart Simpson. Yeah. You can do Bart Simpson with it.
I could. I just did a Simpsons set, but I didn't use it.
It's Bad Bunny, guys.
I wonder why.
I'm not good at this.
We'll do this one. Let me see if it has.
I would have never guessed Bad Bunny, by the way.
Okay, here's another one. This one's kind of hard. This one's kind of like.
Sorry, Christanie.
Okay.
Somebody call 911.
Are you okay?
Let's see. So I'll put it up so they can look at it. I don't know how it goes, but
That one's a pretty hard one.
or you go like this, or like this.
Okay.
I don't know. It looks weird either way.
Someone said a poinsettia.
A what?
That would be nice. Someone said a poinsettia.
What is that?
A plant, like one of those Christmas plants.
Oh,
Or during
Yes.
Christmas time.
a succulent?
It's not.
Dude, I don't know what this is.
Oh, I know this one. It's Baby Yoda. No?
No.
Just because it's green.
And it goes like this?
No.
Like this?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
This one's actually a hard one. I think I've only made 2 cookies of it before.
Is it a shark?
No.
It's an angel.
No. Does anybody have any
Chat, what is this? Dude, I have no idea.
I don't know what that is either.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a it's a sugar skull with a sombrero.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Would you have ever guessed that?
Never. Never.
That one's a tough one.
Also, it was like inverted. Like, yeah. Wow.
Okay. What about this one? These are actually like harder ones.
This is hard.
It's been hard. Also,
I know. Well,
that's what she
these
said.
all of these all of these are hard ones.
What the fuck, dude?
Show that one in the chat.
It's making my brain hurt.
What do we think? What is this shape? I'll give you a hint because
It's a graduation hat.
he's on the right track.
Oh, fuck.
Something. It's.
It does look like graduation. It's not.
That's good. I think that we can give that one to him. Okay. So it's a little
I knew
guy
it, dude.
graduating.
Oh.
Can
Yeah.
I see?
Dang,
Yeah.
dude. What can I say?
Yay. Good
Dude, you read it
job.
from the chat.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Somebody put
Yeah,
it-
my sister put graduation hat. You fucking read it from there.
No, I
You
didn't.
piece of shit. I get this cookie now.
Okay.
You're my
Really,
cookie,
Emma?
dude.
Whatever. I got Bad Bunny. Fuck yeah.
Okay, what about this one?
That's the Taj Mahal.
Am I holding it the right way?
No.
Oh. Oh, it's a little devil emoji. No, it's not the devil emoji?
It's a fox.
No.
No. It does look like a fox. But see, you got to think outside of the box. It's, I don't know. I have no
I
idea.
thought you would guess. You guys would guess that
Yoda?
one.
Amy saying
Did
Yoda.
somebody say Yoda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, baby Yoda. Yeah, I see.
me see.
It now.
And
Yeah.
he's holding a heart.
Oh.
Oh, Yoda best.
Yoda best.
Okay.
Diamond ring. Damn, somebody wants a diamond ring.
We have 3 more.
Dude, what the fuck?
This one's cool. This counts as mine, Ruby.
He's all thinking of. I didn't even know what that one was whenever
it's a
first
bird.
saw it.
It's a pigeon. Let me put it up.
Oh.
Or this way.
It does look like a little bird.
Or this way.
You're looking at it from here.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's a rabbit. Wait, I saw a rabbit for a second. How did I see a rabbit?
Did you get it right? It's a bunny.
No, you got it right. It's a bird.
Oh, it is a
Oh,
bird?
it is a bird?
It's a bird.
Yeah, I knew it was a bird.
Dude,
Little
just
bird.
give me all the cookies.
Just give me all the cookies.
It's a sparrow.
Okay, what about this
Let me
one?
show the chat.
Oh, yeah. I was about to eat it.
Oh yeah, you guys gotta taste them.
Yeah.
They're so pretty. I don't even want to
I
eat
don't
them.
wanna eat 'em either.
Yeah, like
You
don't-
got it. Okay, you're not gonna eat your gifted ones,
yeah.
and you're not gonna eat these either.
I
No, we
You
will.
got-
We'll
I want to
pick-
just savor these. I gotta show chat the ones that Christanie brought us for atowntalk.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Those are cool, man.
Look at these. It says charisma.
This is a hat.
He got it.
Yeah, this one's easy. It's
That
a,
one was so hard for me. Like when I was sorting through my stuff.
well, you
I
know
was
what? It can be a hat or like a boot.
and I made it.
Oh, dude. Check this out.
Oh shit!
This is awesome. Put that on there.
Let's go A-Town. Let's go Wildcats.
Go wild.
Puro Wildcats.
Okay, we have 2 more.
Give them
I'll
to him
you
because I'm just killing it right now.
Okay, dude. I got the harder ones.
Dude, it's because I know what they are now. My imagination is going.
What the? Is this? Is it goes like this?
No.
All
That
these
one's
are,
hard.
These are brass knuckles.
It could be on.
What? How does this even? What the hell? Is this like a dinosaur?
No. That one's hard. That one is hard.
Here, we'll switch. Show that one.
Okay. Yeah, this is brass knuckles. You just fucking put them on. Beat the shit out of someone.
With a cookie cutter.
This is someone kissing.
No.
This one is does it go like this?
This is a ghost.
That one does go like that.
Is this like a little porcupine?
No.
Am I holding it the right way?
Yeah.
What the fuck
This
is
is
this?
the right way.
Yeah.
It's a witch.
Yeah, I got it.
What the fuck, baby? What is this
So
one?
much. Oh, you can
Dude.
show the chat. Oh, and this is this
Okay.
this I use it kind of like interchangeably, but it's when I bought it, it's balloons and it's 2022, I think it was. But I made it just like just balloons.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Not
Yeah,
not brass knuckles.
I would have never guessed that.
I would have you can make brass.
Give me my witch, dude.
Whatever, dude.
You gotta try one.
How many
I-
cookies did you win?
I got Bad Bunny and Yoda.
You didn't get the Yoda.
Yoda best.
You didn't get the Yoda.
Yoda best.
He wants to give it to his son.
Let's try one though.
All right.
Yeah, try one.
Let's try the witch.
I'm gonna save Bad Bunny for my niece, so I'm gonna keep the Bad Bunny and then I'll eat the Yoda.
Let's try the witch.
Oh yeah, let's try the witch.
Are we gonna
I
try
think that's the
together?
one-
Oh, try the croissant together.
Croissant.
The croissant.
Do we get it?
Because it's big.
Are we gonna eat it like from opposite ends and then just work our way towards the middle?
Yes.
All right.
Wait. Can you open it?
It's kind of hard. I should put a little.
So these little things here, is this where you open it from?
Holy shit.
Like for real.
Like
What?
for real.
So they all have like that flavor?
Yeah, that's the
That shit's good.
that's the one. That's what they all taste like.
And you know what? So
It's really good.
I've had cookies like this made before, right? But they're always really fucking hard.
Hard, yeah.
Sorry. They're always really hard. These are like,
Yeah.
they're soft.
They're chewy.
They're chewy.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
You want more?
Yeah.
So I think.
Well, eat one of yours.
There's some more here. Here, eat the cactus. Or the balloons.
We'll just try another flavor.
They're all the same.
They're all the same.
No, but are these the same flavor, like the colors?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, then yeah,
They're
fucking good.
all the same. I did I have another recipe for mint chocolate chip, and I think those are like amazing, but they don't sell very much, and I would charge a little bit more for those just because they're different ingredients that I have to put in there.
Yeah.
So
That was really good.
but I'll have to make you guys mint chocolate chip next
Which
time.
should we try?
But
Can you
but
try?
yeah, you know
Do the cactus.
you know why the ones you've tried are probably hard, because so they take long to dry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes they're left out too long and then they start to harden. Or an alternative to that is using a
Look how easy they just like.
Yeah.
You can tell how soft they are. Look, like I'm not
cookie
struggling.
review.
Look
I'm
at
not
that.
struggling.
You can't like yeah.
I'm not struggling.
Cookies by Chris. 10 out of 10.
Thank you so much. But so the first layer, it takes 6 to 8 hours to dry.
Wow.
So I think that sometimes they like maybe other cookies leave them out longer just to make sure they're dry, or you can use a what is it called, opposite of humidifier,
A dryifier.
what is it, dehydrator.
Dehydrator.
So you could use a dehydrator, but then I think that dries out the cookie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I get it right on the timing to pack it. Like I won't let them be out in the open for more than 48 hours.
No, yeah, because they're definitely like not hard. I'm telling you, I've had some and they're just hard. Like I don't even want to eat them. They look nice, but they're just hard.
Hard, yeah.
And I was kind of wondering like, are these gonna be edible? Because I feel like sometimes they're not.
Yeah, they're not. No, I
And
understand.
These are good. They're good.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Awesome. They were great.
Thank you.
Guys, buy her cookies. They're fucking amazing.
Thank you.
These are fucking cool.
Yay, I'm glad we went live.
And yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was
Cool.
That was a first for us. So you popped our cherry.
I'm live,
We were live virgins, and we are no longer live virgins.
which is cool because we had talked about trying to go live for one of the episodes.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I'm like, I've been listening to you guys, and you want to go live? And he was like, YouTube, and I'm like, no, not the whole thing, please, because I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
No, they were. So like I said, I've had cookies that we've gotten made before, even at like parties, and they're usually like really hard. They're just not edible, dude. Like you don't want to eat them, and usually I don't eat them. I'll throw those shits away.
Yeah.
But they're good. Like they're soft. They're just, they taste good. They have a good flavor. The cookie has a good flavor to it. Yeah, you're doing.
So what's in your secret formula?
Thank you.
Let me write, let me write it down.
That's a secret. No, the ingredients are actually posted or listed on your little
The back.
yeah, on the back of the nutrition facts, so that you know what you're eating.
Yeah.
In case of like allergies or anything like that. So it's not necessarily like a secret. I think honestly it's how you handle them. You know what I mean? Like I said, they take long to dry, but you can't like leave them out so long, and I think that's why they get hard. Or like what is it called again? I keep on forgetting.
The
Dehydrator.
dehydration.
Dehydrator. Yeah, like people use that a lot, and I mean, I've never tried it, but I think that, I mean, wouldn't it dry it? Why wouldn't it dry?
That might be it. That might be what a lot of people use is the dehydrator, because they aren't, like, I'm not gonna say they're moist, but they have like, they're not dry. Like
They're good.
they're good.
Yeah,
they
they're fucking
taste good. And yeah, it might be just that people use that shit. And also, maybe sometimes people, try to rush them. Like you said, you let them sit for, what did you say, no less than 48?
No more than 48. Yeah.
And so, I don't know. People might get too busy and just fucking not care about them. But
Not care about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like when you're working with multiple layers. So like the Yoda, like the first layer has to dry 6 to 8 hours, and then the next layer you kind of have to like do it during a certain, I mean, like maybe like on the 6 hours, so then it doesn't have to dry a whole nother, and it's not a whole nother 6 to 8 hours, but you know, it's another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But yeah, I think handle with care.
And most important, the secret ingredient is love.
Is love. It really is. You laugh, but it really is. Let me tell you. You know what? I'm so glad you brought that up, because it is love. Like, in all honesty, like, I put my whole self into this. No, so like there have been times, and like pretty often, like I cry. Like I kind of like.
So it's your tears that
I feel.
That's why it tastes that like saltiness. It's the tears.
It's like, how can I connect with this person to make this experience like meaningful?
Right.
And I think that might be part of it too. Like I don't know, just.
Well, no, like it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, right? What you're putting into it, you're really putting everything into it, right? You're enjoying what you're doing. You're putting your heart and soul into it, and so that's why they come out the way they do. You know, if someone's making cookies and they're like, "Fuck this, I'm tired of making cookies for these fucking people," they're gonna come out like shit, dude. But if you really enjoy doing it and you like what you're doing and you figured it out and they're good. I like them.
Thank you. Yeah. I try to make it special. I don't know. Did I already talk about this? I don't know if I talked about this or not already. Like one experience that I had an order, and it was a woman, and she ordered for her daughter, and it was her 15th birthday. And she was like, I can't believe she's already 15. Like, I want it to be special, and I want to like tie her childhood into it. She's like, she loved Winnie the Pooh growing up. And here I am. I'm like, oh my God, like I have a daughter too. It is going so fast. You know, like I'm like having this whole like situation with myself too. And so when I made them, I made like I set aside some for her, like in a box set, because a lot of times too, people will say like, oh, we had the cookies, we put them out for the party, and before we knew it, we didn't even get any. Because people, and it's so funny because I was at a party one time, and I'm like hardly around them, but one time I was at a party and there was a little boy eating one, and then his mom, he gave it to his mom, and she ate it. She's like, go get more. Like she tried it, I guess, and she was like, go get more. But that's what I'll hear often is like, we put them out, but we didn't even get to try them, you know? So for her, I was like, I'm gonna make this like really special. Like I want to, I made an open book, and on one page I put like chapter 15, and I put Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. And then the writing on it was like this quote from them that was like, I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's like you're braver than you think you are. You're stronger than you believe, or something like that. Like kind of like pretty sentimental. And I had cried when I was making it, not on the cookies, but I had cried. And so like, I guess that did mean a lot to her, because she actually came up to me at a market and she was just like, thank you so much. And I'm like, It's interesting when I run into people, like I don't know, like they are so thankful to me. And I'm just like, I guess because there's like a disconnect because I don't see it. I'm like, I don't fully understand it, but I'm glad that it resonates with them.
Yeah. No, yeah. These cookies brought me joy.
Yeah. So. A lot of joy. I want to cry just because they were so good.
I'm crying, actually.
Cry.
But that's the cool thing about, putting your art out there, putting your work out there. And I've said this multiple times, that moment when people enjoy your product, whatever it is, that is so gratifying. It's so fulfilling. And I think that is what drives you to keep doing it. At least that's for me. That's what when someone tells me they like the podcast or something, that makes me want to do it more and makes me want to do it even better. And when I've had people be like, hey, like, what you guys talked about, like, I can relate to that. And at the moment when we're talking and we say stuff, I don't really think about other people. I'm just saying what I'm feeling and what's going on in the conversation. But we are, there are other people on the other side of this camera listening, and some of the stuff that we say resonates, and that's how it is with your cookies. they resonate with people. And I gotta say that, Christanie, you're the best.
You guys are the best. Thank you.
This is the coolest one.
Oh, and I have something else for you. So this is something that I've been asked about in the past, but I'm like, I feel like I'm almost like spread so thin. So like I do everything with this. Like I get help from my parents to watch my daughter and stuff.
Sorry, because I was fixing the mic. But...
looking at you.
Throw his mouse at you, dude.
So like I get help in that way. For big sales, my parents help me. The Ninos help me.
Shout out Ninos. Shout out parents.
Ninos, shout out the parents. But I mean, I have to do like every part of this. Making them, packaging them, Instagram stuff, which I feel like I've kind of backed off a little bit. Like I used to record a lot and do a lot of reels and stuff with cookie decorating, but I'm just like, I have to remember like what's important to me, and it's spending time with my daughter. But so people have asked me about like merchandise and like it's so interesting. Like during the pandemic, I got a mask and I had my logo on it, and I put a picture of myself on my Instagram, and people were like, where can we buy one? Like 3 different people. And I'm like, it's like a picture of me. Why? Like, do you really want? It's kind of awkward for me, but
it's the brand now.
It's the
more
brand.
than the
Yeah.
picture.
So like people have asked me for shirts and stuff, and like this is like the first, maybe like this is, you guys are gonna get the first version of a shirt.
A-Town exclusive. Right here. You're getting it right here.
So it's like a rough draft. So so I'm gonna give you, in the front it says got cookies and it has my phone number. And then it's the logo in the back. So there's one for you.
Hell yeah.
There's one for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, these are cool. The logo's cool.
Thank you.
These are really cool. So are you gonna you're planning on selling these eventually?
It maybe that's in the work. The guy that did them for me, he offered me like a bulk price and stuff, and I'm like, that's like super doable. So maybe
I say do it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these are nice.
These are cool.
They came out really good.
Awesome. Thank you, Christanie.
Yeah. You're welcome.
See,
support local businesses.
You guys are setting the standard for people who we're bringing on.
Yeah.
Because
don't bring us stuff.
You and Jen.
Yeah, you guys started like, she brought the pizza. I think she brought us muffins.
She brought us drinks.
You got us, the little gift set with the cookies in it and
T-shirts.
I'm
gonna wear this every day now.
So hopefully it's comfortable.
Jermaine, what the fuck did you bring us, huh?
Nothing.
Nothing. You piece of shit.
Yeah. So for the rest of you who want to be on this podcast,
bar has been set. I'm here.
Yeah.
No, I'm super thankful to you guys. Like, yeah, it means a lot. Like, I'm proud of you guys for doing this, stepping out, I'm sure, of your comfort zone, of your normal lives and stuff, and like pursuing something that's creative and that puts you out there.
Yeah.
It like really puts you out there. Like, I've gotten some feedback from people like, how did you start? Like, what about, like, did you think about what people would think? And I'm like, I didn't. And I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, this was great. This was fun. We're about that 2-hour mark almost, I think.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it flies. We always say this after every episode. We could probably do this for like 3-4 hours. But then this guy has to edit those 3-4 hours, and but this was awesome, Christanie. Thank you so much. Again, Cookies by Chris. Follow her. Buy her stuff. They're amazing. We approve. We tasted it. And then once you release the merch, let us know. We'll help you plug it.
Thank you.
Do we have any more merch?
We do.
Like, do we have keychains or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll get you a keychain.
Yeah, we'll try to. That's all we got.
You have to start somewhere. Look, this is almost 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, I've been doing this for 5 years. Like, I won't even invest in business cards.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, no, like.
You got an Instagram
So-
page.
You're doing good on the Instagram page.
Thank you.
So.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm like, it'll come when it comes, no rush.
For sure. No, and guys, the cookies, I'm telling you, I would have told you they tasted like shit. They were good. They were good. Like I said, the texture and everything, and just the way they taste, the flavor was good. Just, you know, happy for what you're doing.
Thank you.
You know, just it's good to bring people on here and kind of, you know, show what they're doing and, you know, the things they like to do. So guys, follow her, order from her. I know I'll probably be ordering some stuff. I sent a picture to my wife, and she was like, "Oh, cool!" Like when it's my son's birthday. So, yeah, for sure, we'll order from her. She's
thank you.
Yummy cookies.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, this is gonna wrap episode 11 of atowntalk. Thanks for joining, guys. Subscribe, comment, follow us on our social medias. I'll be linking those somewhere on the screen for everybody. And yeah, that's it. Peace.
Bye.
Or out.